Peace and grace to you, beloved. You are not here by accident. You didn't just stumble upon this message. You were guided. There's something stirring in your spirit even now. A gentle pull. A whisper beyond the noise. That's confirmation. Because heaven is speaking to you now. This is not a coincidence. This is divine timing. You've been asking for clarity, for answers, for meaning. And here, in this sacred moment, something deeper is being revealed. You are in the presence of something holy, something that wants your heart to rest, to know, to remember. That love, the real kind, is not a myth. There is a person whose soul was carved with you in mind, and heaven sent them not just to love you, but to teach you what unconditional love truly looks like. But before we go deeper, pause and breathe. Let this truth begin to settle in your chest. Let it echo in your spirit. Type "I receive" in the comments below, not as an act of habit, but as a signal to heaven that you're open, that you're listening, that you're ready. Beloved, heaven wants you to hear this clearly. Angels say this person was sent to teach you the meaning of unconditional love, not temporary love, not love that changes with moods, seasons, or circumstances, but love that remains, even when it hurts, love that chooses you, even when you feel unworthy, love that mirrors the heart of the divine. Your spirit already knows this truth, that someone was assigned to you, not just romantically, but spiritually. You crossed paths for a reason, even if it didn't make sense at first. Perhaps they arrived in an unexpected season, or maybe they're on the way now. But heaven is saying, they weren't just a part of your journey. They were a mirror, a message, a divine reflection of what it means to be loved beyond condition. They weren't perfect, but they were appointed. Their love isn't just an emotion, it's an invitation to heal, to trust, to believe again. And if your heart has been questioning, if you've been wondering whether it was all in your head, let this be the gentle answer you've been praying for. Beloved, you've felt it, haven't you? The ache in your chest that wouldn't leave. The moments of silence that felt louder than any storm. The sudden distance. The unanswered questions. The relationships that crumbled without warning. The people who walked away, or worse, stayed but never really saw you. You've carried wounds you couldn't explain. Tears you never gave yourself permission to cry. And in all of it, you asked, "Why, God? Why this pain? Why this timing?" But heaven whispers now, it wasn't punishment. It was preparation. Everything you lost wasn't rejection. It was realignment. Your heart was being shaped for a love that wouldn't run. A love that would hold the broken parts of you, and say, "I'm not leaving." The sleepless nights, the unanswered prayers, the confusion, they were sacred tools. Heaven's way of removing what couldn't stay, to make space for what was always meant to come. For it is written, "For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, saith the Lord. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts." Let this settle deep. That pain was not the end. It was the turning point. Heaven didn't forget you, beloved. It's not that your prayers were unheard. It's that divine timing required a sacred rearranging. What looked like loss was actually protection. What felt like abandonment was preparation. You didn't lose those people. They were cleared, not because they were evil, but because they weren't equipped to carry the weight of your soul. They weren't designed to walk with you into what's next. Heaven has been moving in ways you couldn't see, removing, shifting, hiding, revealing, all at once. It wasn't chaos. It was order. Heaven's order. God has been preparing a space for alignment, for purpose, for partnership that mirrors the divine. You're not waiting on people. You're being positioned for covenant. And yes, it's been lonely. Yes, it's felt unfair. But something holy has been happening in the unseen. You're being aligned with someone who doesn't just see your light. They respect your shadows. Someone who will love you in the depths, not just dance with you in the highs. This isn't a delay. This is divine design unfolding. Slowly. Intentionally. Perfectly. Beloved, you've noticed the signs, even if you doubted them. The dreams that come without warning. The same name appearing over and over. A pull in your spirit to revisit an old place. A strange peace when thinking of someone from your past. These aren't random. They're whispers from heaven. Gentle nudges that alignment is near. What your natural eyes cannot yet see, your spirit is already sensing. You've felt a shift. The atmosphere around you feels different, as if something is being arranged behind the veil. Doors that once seemed closed are starting to move. Your heart is softening in places you thought were hardened forever. There's a quiet knowing rising in you that something is coming, and it's good. As it is written, "Ask, and it shall be given you. Seek, and ye shall find. Knock, and it shall be opened unto you." And again, "The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, and he delighteth in his way." This isn't coincidence. This is coordination. Heaven is orchestrating something sacred, and you're part of it. Trust what you're feeling. Trust the signs. They're not leading you astray. They're guiding you home. Let's be honest, beloved. There have been days you've questioned if you're even worthy of this kind of love. You've asked silently, "Did I miss my chance? Did I mess it up? Am I too broken to be chosen?" But hear this now. You are not too late. You are not too much. You are not too broken. What you've been through did not disqualify you. It refined you. Every tear watered the soil of your future. Every ache carved more space in your heart for the kind of love heaven designed just for you. You didn't fall behind. You were being prepared. Prepared for something that wouldn't leave when you're quiet. Wouldn't shut down when you cry. Wouldn't run away when you're vulnerable. Heaven sees every moment you've doubted your own beauty, your own worth, your own value. But as it is written, "For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us." Let that settle in your chest. You were never forgotten, only being gently restored, to receive the kind of love that sees all of you, and stays. There is someone, beloved, whose soul has been walking its own fire, whose heart has been carved by the same kind of waiting, the same kind of ache, the same deep desire for love that is holy, not hurried. They may not have your face, your path, your timing, but their longing matches yours, and heaven has been shaping them, just as it's been shaping you. This person is not a fantasy. They are a promise, not built from fleeting emotion, but born of covenant. They know what it feels like to be misunderstood, to be broken, to be hidden, and yet they kept choosing love, kept praying, kept preparing their heart for someone they hadn't yet seen, but deeply believed in. Their prayers carried your name. even when they didn't know it. And now, your paths are being drawn together by the unseen hand of God. They will not be perfect, but they will be present. They will not complete you, but they will honor what God is completing in you. You won't have to chase them, convince them, or change for them, because they've been prepared to see you, the real you, and call it beautiful. You may wonder, beloved, how will I know it's them? How will I trust it, when so much in the past looked right, but left me hollow? But heaven wants you to listen closely now. You'll know, not by appearances, but by what your spirit feels in their presence. You will feel peace, not panic. You will feel safe, not small. You will feel recognized, not tolerated. Their voice will sound familiar to your soul, not because you've heard it before, but because your spirit remembers what heaven promised. You won't have to chase signs. They will arrive wrapped in confirmation. Your discernment will rise like never before. It won't be loud. It will be still, quiet assurance, a whisper in your chest that says, "This is right, for it is written." And the peace of God, which passeth all understanding, shall keep your hearts and minds through Christ Jesus. There will be harmony, not confusion, grace, not guessing, covenant, not chaos. And when your soul finally exhales in their presence, when you find you don't have to perform, hide, or shrink, that is how you'll know this love was divinely sent. Right here, beloved, pause and breathe. Let this truth sink into your bones. Heaven is not dangling hope before you to tease your heart. Heaven is unveiling what has already been written. Now, it's time to agree with it, to speak what your spirit already knows. Say this out loud, slowly, with intention. I am ready for what heaven has prepared for me. Say it again, even if your voice trembles. I am ready for what heaven has prepared for me. And if you truly mean it, type it in the comments below. Let your agreement be recorded in the atmosphere. Let it echo in the unseen. Let heaven see your yes. This is not just a phrase. It's a prophetic alignment, a signal that you're open, a sign that you're stepping into divine readiness. Beloved, the moment you agreed with heaven, something shifted. The atmosphere around you began to respond, because when your spirit says, yes, heaven moves. You are not waiting anymore. You are walking into it. Every step you take now is guided by divine order, even when you don't understand the path. The timelines that once seemed off track are now being brought into harmony. The detours, delays, and disappointments are aligning with something greater, something sacred. The person meant for you, they're being nudged forward, drawn by the same spirit that's stirring you right now. You are not alone in this awakening. You are being met in the spirit. Heaven is realigning time, rewriting the script, restoring what seemed lost. You'll notice it in the small things, random encounters, a sudden inner peace, the urge to pray without reason. Don't dismiss these moments. They are confirmations. They are the unfolding of what was always meant to be. You're not behind. You're right on schedule. Heaven's schedule. So lift your head. Open your hands. Because what you've waited for isn't ahead of you. It's already in motion. Beloved, while you've been healing, they've been healing too. While you've been praying, they've been crying out as well. You haven't been the only one in the waiting room of heaven. There is someone whose heart aches for connection. Not shallow, not temporary, but holy. They've wrestled with loneliness in the midnight hour. They've questioned if someone like you even exists. They've battled their own doubts, their own disappointments, their own delays. But even in their wondering, they've stayed faithful. They've chosen growth over bitterness. They've surrendered timelines they didn't understand. They, too, have been prepared, purified through pain, strengthened through storms, shaped through seasons that didn't make sense. Until now, they've whispered your name without knowing it. They've asked God to send someone who would understand them, hold them without fear, stand with them in truth. And the Spirit answered, I'm preparing them, just as I am preparing you. So when your paths finally meet, it won't be chance. It will be the result of two journeys, woven by the same hand, timed by the same clock, covered by the same grace. You are both arriving, and when you meet, it will feel like coming home. Now listen closely, beloved, because heaven rarely delivers the promise in the package you expect. They might not look like your usual type. They might not speak the way you're used to. They might not check the boxes your past self would have required. But they will carry what your soul has always needed: truth, safety, presence. Don't be so attached to the image that you miss the essence. Don't be so fixed on the outer that you overlook the sacred within. As it is written, For the Lord seeth not as man seeth, for man looketh on the outward appearance, but the Lord looketh on the heart. This love may come quietly, gently, without fireworks, but full of fire, without drama, but rich in depth. They may surprise you, stretch you, challenge your idea of what love is supposed to look like. But when God sends it, it's always better than what you imagined. Let go of the picture, and open your heart to the promise. Beloved, this connection, it's not just about romance. It's about restoration. It's about legacy. It's about heaven fulfilling a promise not only to your heart, but to your bloodline. This is more than cuddles and comfort. It's about calling, about two souls, hand-picked by God, coming together to ignite something greater than themselves. When you unite, you won't just love each other. You'll build together. You'll plant seeds of peace, of purpose, of healing, in places that have known only drought. You'll break generational chains. You'll rewrite family narratives. You'll become safe places, not just for each other, but for everyone drawn to the light you carry together. As it is written, Now unto him that is able to do exceeding abundantly above all that we ask or think, according to the power that worketh in us. And again, Behold, I will do a new thing, now it shall spring forth. Shall ye not know it? This love was never meant to be small. It was meant to ripple through generations, to echo in heaven, to restore what was lost. And more. Don't just expect love. Expect legacy. Take a deep breath now, beloved. Close your eyes for a moment. Feel the weight of this truth sitting inside your chest. You are not hoping blindly. You are receiving boldly. And it's time to speak that truth into the atmosphere once more. Say this out loud, not just with your mouth, but with your spirit. I am prepared and expecting the promise heaven has written for me. Again, slower. I am prepared and expecting the promise heaven has written for me. Now type it. Write it as a declaration, not just a comment. Let heaven and earth see your agreement. Let your yes be louder than your fear. Because when you speak, heaven moves, and when you believe, mountains shift. You're not just waiting anymore. You're aligned, awake, ready. This is not just a wish. This is a prophecy in motion. Peace to you now, beloved. Let every restless thought be still. Let every anxious question fall silent. This is your confirmation. This is the whisper your heart has been longing for. You are not being teased by heaven. You are being trusted. Trusted to hold a love that is deeper than surface, greater than timing, richer than fantasy. You didn't imagine this. You were shown this, because what's coming was written long before your tears ever fell. The angels are not just observing, they are orchestrating. God is not just watching, He is weaving. And the promise? It's not far. It's not delayed. It's already on its way. You don't need to chase it. Just stay aligned. Stay open. Stay in expectation. Let this be your sacred confirmation. What you are waiting for is already walking toward you, and when it arrives, you will remember this moment, and know that heaven never forgot your name. You are seen, you are known, and you are deeply, irrevocably loved. Peace and grace remain with you now. It is done.